Good afternoon. Today is the 6th of November 2016, and today we've been having a seminar on various different legal theories. We've talked about therapeutic jurisprudence, we've talked about preventative law, we've talked about preventative lawyering, we've talked about holistic law, and we've had a discussion about relationship-centered lawyering and the problem-solving lawyer. Now we're going to talk about creative problem solving, CPS. What is creative problem solving? This is a type of theory of law. Creative problem solving invites lawyers to think differently and more broadly, to go outside the box of traditional legal problem solving methods and identifying and understanding and addressing legal problems. The adversarial method is one option for the resolution of disputes. Another approach to achieve resolution is to focus on the needs and interests involved in the problem, along with a consideration of underlying social values. The lawyer needs to consider the needs and interests of the client, taking into account a wide range of factors which include legal, economic, social, psychological, political, such as the internal effects on an organisation and justice issues, as well as moral and ethical matters. The lawyer will need to consider the interests and objectives of other parties to the dispute, and by reference to the above, how the various factors ascertain points of difference and similar interests. The adoption of creative problem-solving approach will use outer boundaries set by the law in conjunction with interdisciplinary approach to look for solutions. This is a quote. It uses modes of thinking other than the identification of the facts, issues and law, and the application of the law to the facts to produce solutions. It calls upon lawyers to use not simply their knowledge of the law and their skills in applying the law in advocacy and negotiation, but also imagination, creativity and emotional intelligence. End quote. That quote was from Michael King from the book Non-Adversarial Justice, Federation Press, at page 77. Often a legal problem is the result of a dysfunctional relationship between an individual and their social environment. The solution to the problem may be to find or be found in promoting change to that environment. Proponents of creative problem solving seek to change the way a person perceives, responds, and thinks about legal problems. Indigenous sentencing courts and problem-solving courts such as drug courts are practical examples of judicial officers, judges engaging in creative problem-solving processes which use less formal rather than traditional adversarial courts. The judges in those courts are engaged in a collaborative process with a multidisciplinary team to address the legal and other problems of the participants in those courts. In those courts, the defendants get called participants. The judicial officer, the judge, uses his or her interpersonal skills in their interactions with the participants and others involved in their specialty courts. And they are used as a way to seek to promote behavioural change amongst the participants, and they do so in a culturally appropriate manner. I hope you found that helpful.